Yes, this year has been a bit like that, hasn't it? But welcome to the last episode for this year. It's episode number 30 to be exact. And how can we summarise the year? It's been interesting, hasn't it? It's had its ups, it's had its downs, but at the end of the day, we got to the pinnacle. We've got to the end of the year in one piece. I wish we could say that for our kids, because believe me, they are shattered with all that's happened to them this year. But I had a little think, and what I wanted to end on was a positive note. So here's my attempt at positivity. I want to give you some steps of things that you should do to make sure that you start the next year in a way that we can maximize it, because even though it might not be have such a high impact from COVID, it will have residual impact. It will affect their outcomes in some way, because they've all been in the system, haven't they? So let's get started. First of all, the single most important thing that you can do for your child this summer is to ensure that they read. And I don't mean give them some big chunky books and insist that they read through them. Let them read anything, be it books, be it magazines, articles, even instructions on a game. Anything that can give them an opinion, anything that can get them discussing what they believe is to be the right answer, and entering into evaluations as to right and wrong and whether things are worth it or not. All of those are featuring more and more in the national curriculum, and that is not saying that I have any love for the national curriculum at all, but if they're in the system, then they should have the skill, and if they're not in the system, they should have the skill anyway. That skill being an opinion, an ability to evaluate. So get them evaluating, get them thinking about things, get them having an opinion, get them ready for that challenge to their teachers come September. Challenge is where they can up-level their predicted scores. They can up-level the expectations of their teachers. They can up-level everything about their whole experience of education, because they can realise that they have a voice, and that voice is so important. So, tick, get them reading. Second thing, book a drama or musical summer camp for them. One that gets them creative and thinking not just about academics, not just about the future, but developing their confidence, developing their ability to stand up and speak and perform and enjoy themselves and to let loose. One that I would recommend is the Lighthouse School of Dance and Drama is producing a summer school this year in London called Rock Band. That's Rock Band spelt B-A B-A-N-N-E-D, band. It's drama, it's music, it's art, it's all of those things that allow kids to just be themselves for 2 weeks. And you really need to get involved in that one, because one of the people producing it is a Lambda instructor, examiner even. And she is amazing, as is her partner. They are both amazing teachers, and it's really important that kids get that chance to just do nothing. Thirdly, why don't you look for a tutor for September? And when I say September, I mean the last week in August to September, because it's good to start them, getting them back into that thinking mode, getting them back into that doing mode and actual processing mode before they go back on the 1st of September. So think about how you could use a tutor to help support them. Now, I'm not just saying JG Educate, even though we are the art and soul of teaching and learning. That's a given. But I'm saying one that is appropriate for your child, because not every child is accepted onto our tutor forum. We are taking applications now for September, and there is a process which involves an interview. Get them someone who they can have as their learning team for September. So somebody they can look to, who can give them that support, who can get them motivated, who can take them through the difficult ups and downs that is the school year. JG Educate is happy at all times to accept applications, but the process has to involve the parent and the child, because we want children who want to make the change in their lives, not just being forced to make the change in their lives. You can get more information on this at jgeducate.com at any time. We will get back to you. Not a problem. But most of all, what's most important about the summer? Rest, reset. Get ready for it to start all over again, and we hope for a more successful academic year next year. And when we say more successful, less lockdown, less disruption, less of somebody who I'm not going to say his name because it's unfair, really, isn't it? Well, it's very fair, but I think you all know who I'm talking about now, Mr. Williamson. Let's just try and bring this together over the next 6 weeks to allow our children to have a less impact on their mental health next academic year, and more opportunity to really build the life that they want. See you first week in September, let's say that, but get started at the end of August. And if you need any information, as I said, jgeducate.com. Have a good one.